brother up in Man of Jacob when these metrosexual guys came up, and they were telling the brothers, well, you should be teaching the guys about homosexuals. And the brother was like, what's that gonna do for our children? What's that gonna do for the people? Tell me how it will make us righteous. Y'all people, when y'all stand up, you stand up for the wrong cause. What's the one in Proverbs? You justify the wicked. You don't. Even Jeremiah says you don't judge the cause of the poor. And after that, even at that, you're partaking with evildoers. Today, man, at today's time, a man who's wicked will stand up for a man who's wicked. And if he sees a man who's righteous or he's trying to do the goddamn right thing, you try to get him out the way. A man who's not even trying to do you no hurt, he's coming to you honestly. He won't steal from you. He won't roll over on you. You get that man out of the way so you can let the man who will do that to you stand up.
Hey, y'all did it to Yahushua, the man that y'all claim y'all love. You know? That was the Most High's son. Yeah. And y'all did that. Yeah. So how much more are you going to do it to us? We ain't nobody.
Yeah. That's why when I was reading right there, it said that y'all made no account of our labors because you were constantly busy trying to get us out the way the whole time. You don't have no judgment. Y'all people don't know nothing about what's going on over here either. And I guarantee you, when I was reading right there, the strangeness of his salvation, you're gonna try so hard to call that man coming down Jesus, and that's the one thing. That's like calling us a byword today, man. Calling someone in their face a byword. That's like calling Yahushua a byword. You really think he's gonna forgive you? No, you're gonna be caught and you're gonna be dealt with. The scriptures don't pardon you from what you've done.
A byword, the meaning is a familiar saying. That's what it is, a familiar saying. And that's all what y'all are familiar with, is that name Jesus. Yep. I got one real quick. This is Proverbs 17 and 13. Whoso rewardeth evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house.
Because you're up over the wrong thing, man. You're defending what's extremely evil and what's supposed to be put out the earth. Back then, in Israel, and even to this day, it's supposed to be like that. But if you did something that was worthy of being, the word ostracized, you're basically cut off from the nation, you were cut out. And it says, so that evil shall be no more among you. That's how you got rid of evil. But today, man, there's no type of defense. It says that evil should not depart from you. And America is filthy, man. Real quick, America is definitely evil. Definitely dirty. The evil's not going to depart from. That's why you got that's why you got men standing up condemning it. And real quick, English, for the men in the Lord to speak English to you, that's a form of mockery to y'all. The Most High is mocking you Edomites today. Just wanted to say that, because we're speaking to you in your own tongue. We're able to use your own language against you.
Well, this is Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy name, in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, and slanderest thine own mother's son.
That's why you so-called white man, this is not your book. Going back to what we were saying earlier, you have no right holding the Bible. You're not even allowed to be preaching the Bible. The scriptures tells you, man, you had your chance. But you gave it up in the very beginning. And then today, if someone goes off enough to where that person that they so-called love, the person that messed up, today sometimes will actually try to amend those ways that they ruined. They'll try to win their father's love back, or their mother's, or whoever's love back. They'll try to prove themselves like, I'm sorry for what I did. But Esau didn't do that. Esau had a perpetual hatred for these people on his side and for the earth because it wasn't his. So now the Most High has to deal with them. according to the scriptures, which is all in righteousness. They, Esau even allowed the, can't remember what they called it, but they had a typo in the book of Exodus with the commandments, and it said, "Thou shalt commit adultery," and they kept it and they printed it. The Most High is not with that. The Most High hates that. But that's the time we live in, an adulterous generation. That's why he left it.
This is Psalms 50:21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. But I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget Yahweh, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver.
Right, and there be none, and it says that consider this, because just because when you said the name Jesus today and nothing happened, you think that that's still his name, or you've been given some strong delusion to where something does happen, and that's why you believe on that name. But the Most High, if he were with that, he wouldn't be doing the things that he does. Like, there's this video of a sermon going on in the church, and they set that cross up. They would walk across up the aisle in churches, where they set the cross down and they start speaking, and all of a sudden that cross just falls in the priest's head. Bam! Out of nowhere, there was nothing. There was no wind, no nothing. It just falls. If the Most High was with this Jesus being hung on the cross, that wouldn't have happened. There's many examples out there to show you that the Most High, that evidently what y'all people believe is the wrong way. Things don't happen. Miracles, you say, so-called miracles would happen when the name of Yahweh Ba'al Shem Yahushua was preached. People were healed through the spirit and through the flesh. They got like what we were talking about earlier. You should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. People knew that people would find out the name. But now that name is hidden and only given to the elect few. Because they don't abuse it. That's another thing. They won't abuse it, like it says right there in Psalms.
Right, but the whole the reason we're bringing out them scriptures also is because you people, y'all try to afflict those that are doing the righteous thing, and then y'all want to hold the Bible in one hand and a sword in the other hand, and try to condemn those that were doing the right thing. This is the true name of Yahweh Ba'al Shem Yahushua, a perfect balance. You can't make Yahushua an unbalanced thing. At least through your works, at least you crucify him reafresh. And therefore, it's impossible for you to come back, be grafted into the grace of Yahweh Ba'al Shem Yahushua. And that's what you people fail to realize. You walk hand in hand with the wicked. You are a part of the 2/3, and you will be put to death and judged accordingly. That's why evil has not left your house, man. That's why you're still going through certain things in your life, because there's things before you did that was most wicked in the Lord's eyes. And that judgment is being played out today on the earth. There's a cup that you're gonna have to drink, man, and y'all ain't gonna pass that cup. You ain't gonna tell your brother, you ain't gonna tell your homeboy, hey, drink that for me. You ain't gonna be able to tell your woman to drink that for you. Because I know a lot of you men, y'all don't like to carry y'all's own weight. That's why y'all don't got the balls to come up here and do the work for Yahweh Ba'al Shem Yahushua. Because y'all a bunch of weak men. Okay, y'all don't have the ability to. It's just like, get that one in Sirach where it talks about that they can't carry nothing in their vessels, that they'll break.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Talks about carrying the spirit. But y'all have the strength to try to move us out the way, talk shit to the brothers, get in their face, provoke them, taunt them, slander their name, but y'all don't got the strength to do the right thing.
it talks about being a babbler. That's that we're not in water.
Sirach 21.
Sirach chapter 21, verse 12. He that is not wise will not be taught.
And that 2/3 of you are not wise, man. Y'all are not gonna be taught. Even though we're out here speaking, come out here every weekend, and all y'all know that y'all have the ability and the consent to come up here if y'all wish. We're not telling you not to come up here. We're just doing what we're supposed to with a loud voice. We're not happy we don't got a happy look on our face, but we're not gonna hurt you. We're not just gonna off the rip cuss at you and yell at you and jump into an argument. We're here to teach and tell you, but whenever you come up a certain way, we're gonna have to make that short. Go ahead, read it again.
He that is not wise will not be taught, but there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness. The knowledge of the wise man shall abound like a flood, and his counsel is like a pure fountain of life. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth.
Because you're weak. You don't have the ability to carry this heavy weight, man. It's not really heavy. A heavy weight in that sense. It's heavy because you can't comprehend this. Because everything you were taught, that's all you know. So when it enters you, you burst. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to. You know, I've seen it through certain friends that I've had in the past, in old time, when I came into the knowledge. I've seen them ask me questions about certain topics. We got to the point where they started eating at them. And they just popped. They're still around, but they're not the same. They're not the same. This knowledge fucked them up. I'm not talking about drugs, alcohol. I'm talking about this knowledge fucked them up. Because they were weak. They weren't subject to the higher power, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Truth. You people are subjected to wickedness, and if it goes contrary to your goals, your priorities, I guarantee you're gonna burst too. When Yahweh Shai already told you that His yoke is light. It's light, man. All it is knowledge. All it is life. But it's like it's just tripped out how knowledge, certain topic knowledge, can affect a person, can stir up their mind, and you know, and they keep fighting against that thought, It's tripped out how thoughts, ideas, doctrines can have an effect on a person.
Matthew 9:17. Neither do man put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break.
Else the bottles will break, man. And that's an allegory, an analogy of what I'm telling you about. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai was telling them that you can't bear this yoke, you can't bear this cup, you can't bear this knowledge, man. And it's gonna go into those things that are not being yet corrupted, haven't been corrupted. That's why when you go to Revelations, when it speaks about the virgins, the 144 being virgins, that they weren't defiled, that's what it's talking about with philosophies, doctrines. They weren't brainwashed into that to a full extent to where there was no return.
Yeah, like the brother was saying, the thoughts that you were going upon your own understanding, your own words, they didn't corrupt us like the way they did with you. They didn't have an effect. The Most High was protecting us. Even before we came into the truth, the Most High was still protecting us because He led us up to where we came into the truth. Sirach 21:15. If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him.
Yeah, y'all are displeased by it. That's why y'all don't take any account of our labors, man. All you people should be out here giving us water, giving us, you know, food, or standing around protecting us. No, y'all are all for yourselves. You know? That's why Yahweh Shai said, seek out thy own salvation with fear and trembling, because we're in a time of that. We're in a time of people being selfish. We're in a time of people out trying to get the next person. Even us brothers, we have to seek out our own salvation. But we have to do to help each other. And the most important thing is to remain truthful and sincere according to this word. That's the only thing that can make us a true brother, a true friend, is His word, His knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Nothing else. Not no money. Not no giving money money as a gift or clothes as a gift. It's about this truth, rebukes, admonishments, and y'all people can't accept those things. Y'all just want everything that's handed to you, and boom, now you're my friend. But when things get rough, things turn a little sour, you turn your back on that man. Most I don't want people like that. Most I want people to have a mind of understanding that know they're gonna get their ass whipped and know that everything's gonna be okay one time. It's a balance. Yahweh Shai's a balance, a perfect balance. He's not an unjust balance. He's always level. He don't ever go out of that level.
It's like
y'all got crooked ways, and y'all try to, like it was saying, you try to amend your ways, but you can't because the Most High is the only one that can amend that, and He's the only one that brought back the 1/3. The 1/3 of Israel, that's the only reason why they're going back in, is because Yahweh Shai saved. And the love that Yahweh had for Abraham. Other than that, you people you're doomed, man. You're doomed to an unbearable death. A death that you people think y'all can accept. Y'all can't accept this one, man.
It says, but as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back.
You cast away instruction. This is a book of instructions, guidelines, rules, laws, commandments. What else? Legislations. You know, these are instructions. Like it said in Psalms 50, seeing thou hast hated instruction and casted my word behind thee. It's saying the same thing. You hate that which is good. You uplift evil. You uplift America. You want this place to continue on. You don't want the return of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, especially our God. We know who we serve. You don't know who you serve. You worship. We know who we worship. And we know our power is an austere man. He's very strict. He's serious, man. Like I said in past lessons, y'all people have problems with anybody that takes up authority in any generalization, any area. If someone picks up authority, you people hate it. You don't like that person. Especially when he has a keen eye for certain things. When he's circumspect and has the ability of discernment. Go ahead.
It says, but it says that when it displeased him, and he casted it behind his back. Verse 18, as it is a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool, and the knowledge of the unwise is as talk without sense.
It's talk without sense. It's like certain people that try to bring up the Bible with me, for example. There's a bunch of loopholes. I have to go back, relace that shit up. I gotta go re-stitch that up because they're leaving it open. It's unsecure. It's not secure enough for me to believe that word. Even though I ain't holding the Bible in front of certain individual people at times when I speak to them about certain things, that doesn't mean that I'm telling them a lie, because I can show them in the scriptures where it lies to prove that what I said is valid. I ask you, well, show me that. You can't. You're like, okay, give me your Bible. I'll give them the Bible, and they're like this. Before they open, they try to go like, oh. You know, you're like, you get confounded. You know? Because you're not ready. You're not built for this. You're not right, man.
Right here, it says, doctrine unto fools is as fetters on the feet, and like manacles on the right hand. But that's it on that.
Go ahead, read that one back over there in Matthew, or where you had it at.
Okay. Matthew 9:17. Neither do men new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine